Hello, Cancer. Welcome back to the Spirit's Path, and this is your horoscope for the month of May. All right, and just to recap, the theme for the year is the ancestors. It's listening to your universal beat, walking through that birch tree, and walking your path. Right? That's the way everybody is. Okay. For the month of January, you were reborn. Okay, you stuck your toes in the water, or maybe you wanted to freshen up a little bit, but you know what? You started out 2021 as being reborn. And then the King of Bows in February was giving you that magical power and healing. And maybe after January of being reborn, you said to yourself, you know what? Where do I need to take charge of my life? With your career, your relationships, your social status, things of that nature. And you had that kingly aspect of ruling, whatever it was you had to rule in February. And he also asked you, where was your enthusiasm leading you in the month of February? And maybe you put some things into place in February. March came around, and the Queen of Vessels showed up, and she's all about self-sacrifice. So maybe during that magical power of healing, you said to yourself, you know what? I need to do something different. I need to move forward. All right. And what do I have to give of myself in order to do that? And the question that the Queen was asking is what is enchanting you? What's enchanting you to jump up that stream in March? Did you have antsy feet? Were you ready to travel? Okay. And she also asking you, what do you need to devote yourself to? All right, whether it's that new project, a new relationship, something where you're going to have to sacrifice something to gain something, right? That was in March. And in April, looking at all those questions from February and March, the kingly aspect, the queenly aspect, it was, okay, you know what? April's here. I'm going to go within, and I'm going to see what answers I can find. I'm going to go on a little siesta, maybe take a little vacation. I'm going to go to the mountains. I'm going to be, secluded. I want to understand what's going on in my life. And I've still got that light that's out there. That light giving me the direction of where I need to be, as well as that page of arrows, the wren, giving you the wisdom, giving you that message of hope that was out there in April. Okay? So let's see what May brings you, Cancer. As we're shuffling through the cards, and I'm going to do the same thing that I've done the last couple months. I'm going to give you a theme, and then we're going to pull out 4 cards, one for each week. So what is the theme for you, Cancer, in the month of May? Major Arcana card of the World Tree. And this is telling me right off the bat that everything that you've been going through so far this year, you're going to be ending a cycle. All right. When you end a cycle, you're beginning a new cycle. Okay. As you're coming out of winter and you're going into spring, okay, you're going to have new opportunities. All right. Maybe seeds that were planted in the fall are going to start, sprouting up. All right. Maybe it's time to plant new seeds. Okay, whatever you have going on for this month of May, and we'll look at the first 4 weeks and we'll tie all this in. Okay, you've walked your maze, you're at that door. All right, once you go through that world tree, you'll have even more knowledge and wisdom than you had before. Okay, to propel you for the rest of this year. What a great way to start off the May. All right, let's shuffle these up one more time. What that first week brings for you, Cancer. In that first week, one card is going to be represented by the Two of Arrows in Justice. Two of Arrows to me in Justice is seeking out more truth, seeking out more facts, all right? Understanding what the arrows is about logic and reasoning, is finding the truth of the matter, okay? Second week is going to be represented by the Queen of Bows in the hair. Queenly aspect again. The third week, Seven of Bows, clearance. And you have to clear something out in order for something to move in. And in that fourth week of May, if you're clearing stuff out, it's represented by another life lessons card, that journey. All right. It's letting go of stuff that's not serving you and moving forward. All right, Cancer. So your theme this month is of the World Tree. And as I said, this year, you've been reborn, and you started, the king came down and, talked with you where you need to take charge. Powerful healing, spiritual healing. The Queen of Vessels about sacrifice and in March, and what's enchanting you. And then you looked within that hooded man, right? Another major arcana card, and then this World Tree comes out. Okay, now this is the ending of a cycle for you. It's also the beginning of a cycle for you. So as you walk through this maze of life, the maze of the wildwood forest, you've come upon this tree. All right, and there's a door there. And you have a decision to make. You can walk through the door, see what's on the other side, or you could just stand there looking at the tree. All right. Within the tree, it's going to seem like a lifetime, but it's going to only be a split second. Okay, you will have, you will understand the knowledge and the experience and the wisdom that has transpired on your journey so far. Okay, and you're listening to that universal beat as well, right? So, have great courage of walking through that door to find out what's on the other side. During that first week of May, it's represented by the Two of Arrows, injustice. Or injustice, I should say. And, as I said when the card was pulled out, to understand where you're going, to understand where you've been, to understand what's moving ahead of you, all right, you need to find the greater truth. Okay, you need to find the answers to the questions that you have in hand. All right. Now, the arrows are all about logic and reasoning. Okay, so there's going to be some time during this first week where you're going to say to yourself, am I deserving of walking through that tree? And yes, you are. All right. There's no injustice. It's about finding the greater truth of what's happening out there. The biggest, when I meditate on this card, and you see the scales, on the other side, they both weigh the same, whether it's a feather or whether it's the coins. All right. It's that balancing act of what those two arrows are. Now, those arrows, she's holding close to her heart. All right. And, she's also blindfolded and stepping on that bolt. There's nothing broken there. Okay. It's just about finding out more truth. And that might be a truth about yourself that you have to find, okay, during this first week of May as you're getting ready to walk through that world tree. And then the Queen of Bows shows up. The Queen of fire energy, the Queen of action, the Queen of creativity. And you're looking at the injustice and you're saying, okay, I need to find out the truth of the matter. And this queen comes in and she represents spring and fertility. That's great for the month of May. All right. And she's going to, she knows what's going on in the castle of bows, of that creative energy. She understands what's happening there. And she asks the questions of how do you influence those around you? When you're looking for that truth, when you're looking to walk through the world tree, look at all the people that has helped you out. Did they influence you or did you influence them? Right? Have they helped you on your journey or hindered you on your journey? In either aspect, you have to ask that, the other question that she says is, where do you need to be more understanding? As you looked at that first week and you're looking for the truth of the matter, and maybe you're seeing some injustice, she's letting you know that it's all right to be emotional about this, but get the best understanding you can of what's happening out there. All right. realize, if people are influencing you or you're influencing them on the decision to move through through this energy of the world tree, of completing this, maybe thanking them, all right? Showing them gratitude, showing them gratefulness for helping you get to this point. Another aspect in that third week of moving through this energy of the world tree is that Seven of Bows clearance. You're going to have some action. Again, that's what bow stands for, and you've got 2 of those down here. All right, take the action to clear things out. Maybe you don't need all that baggage to run through to the other side of this world tree. All right, maybe you don't need that extra baggage, as you're ending that project. All right, close things off, delegate, clear that clutter out of what's going on. Okay, so you can make way for new stuff during that third week of May. All right, Cancer? Because when you clear things out, new things are able to come in. All right, and maybe that, as you're walking up to that world tree and you're thinking about finding the truth of the matter and understanding, what that Queen of Bows is trying to say to you about clearing things out and having an understanding. If you clear things out on the other side of the tree, when you start something new, you'll have an open space to bring in. You'll have that open creativity, that open energy, all right, that fire energy to continue moving forward. And then that fourth week is represented by the Life Lessons card of the Journey. And I'll be honest with you, these 2 cards together, the Seven of Bows and the Journey card, to me, that's powerful. The last 2 weeks of May are going to be powerful for you. You're going to be clearing stuff out, all right, and letting what doesn't serve you go. And that's what that Life Lessons card represents, that journey. All right. The ravens are eating the meat off of the deer. All right. What is dead is left behind, but it's also providing energy for the living. All right. And where there's death, there's life. Where there's clearance, there's abundance. And that's what you have to look forward to this month. Seek out the truth. Listen to what that Queen of Bows has to say, around those that are influencing you. Clear out what you don't need, all right? And what doesn't serve you, let it propel you to go through that world tree. And at the end of the May, during the holiday, all right, look back at the maze that you're on. And go through that door of opportunity, okay? Let that what's not serving you propel you forward. Let the death of the clearance bring new life into you during this month of May. So there you have it, Cancer. Clearing things out, letting the dead serve you so you can walk through and start something brand new. The end of a cycle and the beginning of a cycle, represented by the world tree. Hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, and share it with others. And Cancer, this is your May horoscope for 2021. This is D for the Spirit's Path, and we'll talk to you in June. Take care, God bless, and stay safe.